Just yesterday, the BlackRock Spot Ethereum ETF purchased 40,660 Ethereum valued at $98 million while the remainder sold. It's fascinating to watch smart money grow right in front of our eyes. Throughout the past few weeks, BlackRock has essentially been making significant purchases of Ethereum. Are they privy to information that we are not? Once more, we must realize that June is coming to an end, which naturally concludes the first half of the year. The second half of the year is about to begin. Naturally, many analysts anticipate that the second half of the year will be particularly exciting for altcoins. Naturally, that raises the question of whether companies like BlackRock are amassing a sizable amount of Ethereum. Please share your thoughts in the comments section below, but welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel. XRP holders, we need to talk about a number of things. Please click the red subscribe button if you enjoy these videos. As Wednesday morning approaches, you can see that the market has essentially been improving for the past hour. We're still seeing a lot of green everywhere, almost since the beginning of the week. Indeed, we have experienced a slight decline over the past 3 to 4 hours, but overall we continue to look really strong for the larger market. But if you look at XRP right now, we're at $2.18, down only about 1% when compared to Bitcoin and Ethereum. Apologies, the 24-hour trade volume was approximately $27 billion, and the Bitcoin and USD comparative valuation was estimated to be around $128 billion. But first, as always, a brief disclaimer before we continue. This channel does not offer financial advice. When investing in cryptocurrency, you should always do your own research and due diligence. Thus, CME published this one-month summary of XRP futures, and the futures are the source of this. As you can see, institutional and retail investors have expressed interest in regulated methods to access one of the most followed cryptocurrency assets since the launch of XRP and Micro XRP futures on May 19th. We're only referring to futures here. Personally, I believe this will be significantly higher than what we are currently witnessing until the ETF enters the picture. Speaking of ETFs, 3iQ introduced their XRP Spot ETF in Canada, as is well known. And if you watch on YouTube these days, you've noticed that there are ads concerning that. They're essentially promoting that a lot. That clearly indicates that there are Canadians who are interested in XRP, but are unable to handle self-custody or who are unfamiliar with the cryptocurrency world. The ETF enters the picture at this point and alters the rules. Now, if a person is in Canada, they may actually purchase XRP with ease. I want to give a shout out to all of the Canadians out there. I adore you all. You guys are incredible. I have no doubt that you are all really excited, particularly if you have been anticipating this for a long time. And it's been a while, but take a look at this. Over 26,000 contracts were traded in just 1 month, with roughly 542.8 million in notional volume and 45% of that volume coming from outside the US. That's a significant percentage, and we should also keep that in mind. ISO 2022 will facilitate the adoption of crypto by traditional financial institutions. Financial institutions. As is well known, banks received the necessary clarification and approval to begin participating in cryptocurrency. I apologize. In the activities of offering cryptocurrency to their customers and services. And to be honest, I believe that this is the largest green light we have had in years. Jerome Powell did come out and essentially gave the banks the all clear. As an original creator, she helps us better appreciate how momentous and transformative this moment is for the entire space. Although I haven't been involved with cryptocurrency since 2011-2012, I still regard myself as an OG because I started in 2016 and people used to dream about these times and things are actually occurring now. Of course, the messaging standard ISO 2022 is also helpful. I completely concur with Smoke. It facilitates the adoption of cryptocurrency. The XRP ledger is known to be ISO compliant. That would be fantastic then. And in terms of financial institutions employing their services, that may really put Ripple at the forefront. As you can see, the banking, cryptocurrency, and digital currency industries will all be significantly impacted by SWIFT's payment system being upgraded to ISO standards. Increased use and expansion of the cryptocurrency and digital currency markets are anticipated as a result of the shift to more standardized financial systems. Additionally, we are discussing from the larger businesses rather than just retail. It's interesting to observe that, as you can see, there is a lot of discussion around the 1700 NDAs these days. I was particularly interested in discussing what Ripple Van says. Therefore, 1700 NDAs are not a sign of hype. Indicates that serious builders are putting real money on the line, real relationships and real integrations on the table. Furthermore, I completely agree with you since, of course, if they have signed so many NDAs, there may be something really big in the works. We may eventually learn about it, of course, but it's fascinating to see. Additionally, a growing number of people are beginning to discuss these NDAs. What's actually happening? What are we unaware of? Of course, we also know that yesterday was the first time in a long time that one of the devs who came out after like 12 or 13 years on Twitter tweeted, leaving many wondering whether he knew something or if an announcement was imminent. The explanation for his rapid increase in Twitter activity. Needless to say, there were rumors that his account had been compromised, but it has been verified that it was not. Is in fact himself. However, we'll see what transpires. Let's investigate this. Let's see who attended today's SEC Crypto Task Force meeting to talk about tokenized stocks, says Nate. Then the stock exchange in New York. People don't seem to realize how quickly everything is happening. I have been stating this. I have been stating precisely